But
crazy work.
do you think that some people kind of leave with certain expectations of where they're going versus just like being?
Yeah. That's one thing I struggle with in general is the idea of idealized expectations. I've tried to like figure out where a lot of my sorrow comes from, and I've learned that it comes from idealized expectations. Like just the thought of things are supposed to be different than what they currently are. And that's whether good or bad. Because you'll be in these bad moments, you're like, oh, this should be better. And you're in these good moments, you're like, man, this could be worse.
Yep.
And that kind of hinders your experience of life.
Yep.
So I've been learning how to rid of those idealized expectations and to just be within the moment. If not, good luck.
Before I just arrived here, I was in prayer and meditation, and just being thankful and much gratitude, and giving thanks to the Most High of the highs and the lows, and just knowing that regardless of where I want to go, I'm at where I need to be. And just being thankful.
Literally. And even to that point, it's like we can't be anywhere else than where we currently are.
Yeah.
And the idealized expectation is telling us that we should be somewhere else.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I do know. It's what's shown to us. We live in this strange society to where we see certain things and we base our reality upon what we see, whether it be social media or TV, and we don't know the behind the scenes of what goes into the actual idea, which is why I like this podcast so much, because we're telling stories.
Exactly.
And a lot of times people will see the front page, but they don't even get into the book to see the story. And they think that the book is a lot different than it actually is.
You are right.
And in real life, the book may be different than the cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we can't base reality just upon what we see on the cover, because things are not always as they seem.
Yeah.
But when you open it up, you start to read, you start to realize page 25 was all good, but page 26 had some low moments.
Yep.
You realize life is really about uncovering the story and writing it in the moment.
Yeah.
And remembering that you will have some lows and you will have some highs, but we don't give up.
Yep.
And our story has still been written.
Yeah.
And our favorite stories are only our favorite stories, not because just the good moments, but because we understand the contrast of the bad moments too.
Yeah.
Because the bad moments make the good moments much more special.
Come on.
I always say what 50 Cent said, sunny days wouldn't feel so special if it wasn't for rain.
Man, that's the ball right there.
It wouldn't.
Come on.
And a lot of times we love the sun and you don't love the rain, but if you have too much sun and no rain, it's called a drought.
Yeah. But see, some people are afraid to be vulnerable. I tend to think about like a plant. Sometimes most plants don't have a shield or covering. They're out in the open. But in order for them to grow, they need the water, the necessary or the necessity to be able to develop in the form that they want to be, that full blossoming entity. And that's the same thing with us. We tend to hide behind something and without showing who we truly are. But then for like moments like this, me being able to express myself, me being able to kind of get something off my shoulders, off my chest, that's a moment for me to be able to grow, because now you're speaking positivity into me. You're speaking life into me, just like that rain that helped that flower grow.
Yeah, and essentially what it is, we're masking, right? We'll put these masks on. And what a mask does is hide the real. But I think back to COVID, and how people had their mask on as a means of protection, but eventually they had to take the mask off so they can breathe again. And too often do we think that we need to keep a mask on as a means of protection. But not only does that keep the bad stuff out, but it also keeps the good stuff from getting in. So eventually you got to take the mask off so you can breathe.
Right.
Yeah, it may be okay to throw that mask on sometimes as a means of protection or whatever. Or even if you think about a shield that's blocking you, or a bandage or something that's blocking you. Eventually you have to expose the area that needs to be healed.
Indeed.
Because if not, it's going to continue to hurt. And you know how we are. It's like we get an injury or whatever. It's like, no, I'm good.
Right.
And we'll
try to go push it on, man. Sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, and you sweep enough dust under the rug, eventually it build up, and you start to trip. So deal with the dust while you have it in front of you.
While you can.
Yeah. Because if not, eventually it's going to create buildup. You may forget about the dust that you swept under the rug thus far until you start walking and not even thinking about it. And then you start to trip. And you're like, why am I tripping? Because you didn't deal with the dust that you've been sweeping under the rug for so long.
Right.
Now look at you.
Yep.
Tripping.
Yep. And I could be honest. This is a moment for me to be vulnerable. I'm just now overcoming that. And I'm 30 years old. And I know that you don't learn everything within a period of time. It takes lifetime to really grow, to develop. But now I'm understanding to be honest with myself, to go ahead and look that man in the mirror and tell him that he needs to heal. And I really didn't know the appropriate way because in society it seems weak to be vulnerable, especially in our culture as black men. But
to admit the weakness is the beginning of strength. Because 1, 2 is stronger than 1.
Come on.
And you can't be strong unless you admit that first you're weak. And to be weak is not really a bad thing, but it's an opportunity to gain strength. And too often that we look at weaknesses as if they're bad, when in reality, it's an opportunity for growth, for development, for connection, for community. There are some things that you may be strong at that I'm weak at, and vice versa. And that's the power of 2. Yep. 2 will always be stronger than 1.
Yeah. I
always talk about the idea of lifting a table or something like that. I can do it by myself.
Right.
But I know it's much more simpler if I ask you to come help me.
Come on.
And we'll let the pride kill us and say, no, I'm going to do it by myself.
Yeah. Ego and pride. Man.
And what that does is kill you faster. Instead of asking somebody like, hey, I'm feeling weak in this moment. Or not even I'm feeling weak. Maybe I'm strong in this moment. But maybe I just need somebody by my side to help me.
Yep.
There's a scripture that said 2 is better than 1 because when 1 falls, they have somebody else to help them pick them up. And too often we go on these journeys by ourselves and we start falling and we wonder why it takes so hard for us to get back up. Because maybe you injured yourself on the fall and you didn't have nobody to help you get back up.
So what would you say, like, as a content creator or just or director, producer, however you may see yourself, in whatever light it may be, how are you able to kind of focus on your mental health, make sure your well-being is okay? Because at times this space can be overwhelming. It can make you tiresome. It can mess with your mental, your physical. And I know you're a man of making sure that you tap into taking care of your health. So can you talk about like what ways? And I think that would kick off something very, very like a eye opener. I mean, for me too. Yeah. Because I always like to kind of pick up different gems from everyone. Yeah. Because I know my experience isn't the only way.
Yeah, no, for sure. So. For me, I'll be completely honest. I'm not good at it. I'm not at all. Yeah. And my dad used to always tell me the importance of rest. Because, we think of, as being humans who are trying to add as much value to the earth as we can, we're always on this go trajectory. And eventually we do hit this limit to where our gas runs out. Or, you play 2K and the Gatorade thing come on, and you're not able to perform at your best, but you're still able to be out there.
Right.
A lot of us will get to that limit. And now we got the Gatorade symbol on, and we're giving people halfway versions of ourselves. My dad used to always tell me, if you don't rest, eventually your body will make you rest. So now I try to be preemptive about my rest. And again, the first thing we talked about, limiting the idealized expectations that I have for myself. Yeah. And realizing that some things just are as they are.
Yep.
And we cannot control everything. Stress comes when we try to control more than we can. Freedom comes when we realize that not everything is in our control.
To let go.
Yes, literally to let go. let go of, not just the let go of control, but let go of the thought that you need to control. Because a lot of times we suffer more in our own thoughts than the reality anyways. So we'll be going through and we'll think so much about the things we need to do, about the videos we need to shoot or edit, or you know how it is, especially shooting a video. You be like, shooting is easy. Right. But in the editing part,
that's where you come on. You
and a lot of times I find myself, I'm like, man, I do not feel like editing, and I'll put it off for weeks, and I finally sit down to do it, and it's that easy. And I'm like, man, why didn't you just sit down and do this the first time? Because I let my thoughts control me instead of letting go of the thought that I need to control everything and just let things be. So there's so much freedom. I'm learning. That's been my main thing I'm learning these past couple of years. There's so much freedom in submission. And we look at the idea of submissiveness to be weak. But it's a power, especially when you believe in a power that's higher than you. You say, you know, I've done all that I can, so now I'm just going to let go. If you hold on to something for too long, when you need to let go of it, you're going to end up burning your hands. I'm imagining a rope. You holding on to it for so long.
Just go.
And eventually your hands going to start burning because you need to let go. And also, you're holding on to something for so long, thinking that it's the best thing that you got. But with you holding on to the thing that you're holding on to, you're not open and available to get the better things that are out there for you. So I'm learning literally, how do I prioritize and how am I learning to deal with my mental health? Let go of the things that no longer serve me. Relationships, people's ideas, all of that. We have to let go of the things that don't serve us. It's like, is this adding to me or is it taking away from me? Is this helping build me or is this helping tear me down? And sometimes it hurts to let those things go, to let those ideas go, to let those relationships go. All of it, because we care for it, we've nurtured it. But if it's no longer serving,
no purpose, you gotta let it go.
Gotta let it go.
And it's like you tapping on wounds right now for me, brother. And I appreciate it because it's wounds I was trying to mask without allowing it to heal. And for me, it's like survivor remorse. Because I'm like the first generation to graduate college, to own my own business, at least on my father's side of the family. But that was a lot of weight on me. And for the people that are currently not here physically, or may not be able to create opportunities for themselves as I did, it kind of allows like me to get off track at times, being unfocused, because I get in my deal with these emotions where I'm trying to really push forward, where it tends to hold me, but I'm holding on to it. Like you just said, the rope. And I'm thinking it's tied to me. Yeah. But I'm the one holding on to it. And it's to the point because it's more so for the people that transition physically. And I know that they pour so much into me. And now it's just like I have to make sure that I dedicate that time and give that at least to them. But in actuality, I want it for myself. And it's always that back and forth, like I got to do it for them. It's just like, no, let me think about what they wanted me to do for myself. Yeah. And, yeah, brother, so what you just had mentioned, man, I appreciate that because I didn't know what those feelings were. I didn't know how to deal with it. It was bottled up. I would talk to my fiance, about time to time. She allowed me to kind of open up on that.
Man, opening up is everything.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we haven't been granted the opportunity to open up in a proper way to deal with the emotions that we currently feel. And we'll bottle stuff in. And if you think about a pop bottle or something, you shake it up.
Yep.
And then you open it.
Yeah, it
explodes.
Yep.
Unless you open it up slowly. And too often, specifically in our communities, something happens and that pop bottle that's been shaken up gets opened up and it explodes. And people are like, why is this person exploding like this?
Right.
Without thinking about all they've been through. That's shooken them up so much to where they have to explode.
Yeah.
Because nobody has been there to help slowly open and let out all the stuff that they've been through. So to be in the position to where we're able to acknowledge, wow, I've been shaken up and I need to slowly open myself up. That's position of power. Because that's not saying that the trauma is not there. Right. That's saying that we have to slowly acknowledge it and develop the vocabulary as we're going. Yeah. So we're not just crashing out. People be that's the term. That's the popular term right now. Crashing out. Folks be crashing out.
It's crazy.
And then me, I'm always looking back to why is this person crashing out?
Because they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to be vocal.
What does a baby do when they don't get what it is that they want?
They cry out, man.
They cry. Babies, the ultimate crash out.
Yep.
And what is a crash out? Someone crashing out is them not having the vocabulary to explain how it is that they feel. So they act or react in certain ways that they think is going to help them explain themselves. Yeah. When in reality, someone has to be there to slowly open them up so they can let out those feelings and emotions that are there. Yeah. Especially as Black men. We're not granted that opportunity. We have to be quote unquote strong.
Come on.
But
speak about it.
You and I both know that through our weakness, we are made strong. I always talk about the death of Christ being the strongest position any man has ever been in.
Nobody man, that was a heavy crown.
So for Christ to be his strongest in the moment of death is something. Because they say that through Christ's death, salvation was given to the world, right?
Sure.
So with his death and salvation being given to the world, he had to die in order to be made, for us to be strong. Like, it's crazy.
Sacrifice.
That's crazy. So in order to think about, man, my weakness is not really me being weak, but it's an opportunity to promote my strength.
Come on.
Like,
dropping gems.
Let's be for real.
Yeah.
Let's be for real.
Yeah.
Maybe you are not weak. Yeah. Maybe this weakness that you think is a weakness is your opportunity to promote your strength.
Right.
Maybe this is your opportunity for somebody else to showcase the strength that they've been waiting to showcase. Because we are so deeply connected. And we so need each other so bad. Yeah. And until we learn, until we respect the opportunity that we have in front of us to showcase his strength, we're just going to be angry. Yep. And we're going to keep crashing out.
Yeah, brother, man. Keep hitting on head. I mean, to be honest, that's why I got into storytelling, film, because I can go out there and protest in the streets, but I have to make sure that within my purpose that I feel I've been granted and gifted with, that's my opportunity to speak to these things, to these issues, social issues.
Which is more powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that gives people the opportunity to actually sit and deal with the feelings. Yeah. For me, even the idea of protesting, it's in a form, it's a form of crashing out.
Yeah.
Because the people who were protesting against do not care to hear.
There's a resistance there with you. Yeah. You're trying to fight against something. There's something to fight against you.
Yeah, so they're not even caring to hear about what is y'all think y'all.
Yeah. Putting a dent in something, you're not putting a dent in nothing.
Y'all just literally are solidifying their idea that they have of us.
Come on.
To want to stand and be like, no, this is wrong. Yep. They looking the whole time.
Yep.
Thank y'all. Yep. Y'all not making no opportunity. Y'all not making no money. Y'all not doing nothing. But here y'all are crying out to us. But it's like, let's be for real. Let's go back to the premise. What are we actually doing? Yeah. What are we actually protesting? Right. Am I actually coming out here because my friends are here, or do I actually feel some type of way about this issue? Right. What can I actually do about this issue to make sure that we're making some real necessary change?
Yeah, that's it. We have to get down to the core of what it is, because a lot of us can be misguided or misled or swayed to the left or the right off of emotion. And it's just like, man, we end up losing focus on what we're here for.
Because of emotion, and emotions change. One day you're happy, the next day you're sad. Matter of fact, in the same day, one moment you happy, the next moment you sad.
5 minutes from now.
Yeah. So moments, they say emotions cloud judgment. Mm-hmm. So to be able to have a foundation of logic, and not just you have a foundation, but you to be surrounded by people who have a foundation of logic, of right and wrong, of reason. This is becoming a lost art.
Yeah.
Like even the ability to sit down and have a conversation with somebody who you don't see eye to eye with.
Right.
Is a superpower.
Yeah.
Say, I don't understand why you think this way. Let's talk. Because what is a conversation anyways but the trading of perspectives?
Exactly.
This is how I see something. This is how you see something. Let's see if we can come to a common understanding.
Yep.
To learn from each other.
Yeah.
But now it's not to learn from each other. It's to spite each other. We're not even starting to try to see eye to eye.
No, we're coming straight into it with resistance again.
Literally.
Like, I don't even want to hear what you say.
So let's fight.
It's crazy. It's madness. It's madness. And that's where I'm starting to challenge that ideology with my documentary right now, Moving with the Spirit. So Moving with the Spirit, give a little context. Moving with the Spirit is about 3 men on a journey to defy the odds, embrace the power of faith, to shatter the barriers that are set before them to their victory. And Gary G, Israel Solomon, and Johnson Simon are 3 artists that the documentary surrounds. And I mean, you see these men navigate these spaces where these circumstances and situations have an opportunity to change them, and not in a positive way. And you have to see them be able to be vulnerable. You have to see them at their lowest, put that smile on their face when they're sad, upset, dealing with these emotions of the world. And you just get to see them be resilient. And it speaks to the larger picture of what we all need to be able to see. And once again, it kind of go back to why I wanted to enter into the storytelling space within film, because now this is that form of healing, form of therapy, like you're doing for me right now, allowing me to speak, allowing me to figure out what these emotions are, that I'm not alone. You feel these things too, even though it may be in different ways, but we can say, you know what, I felt that emotion.
Right.
So
yeah. What is the ultimate message that you are hoping that people get from the documentary?
It's community. Be able to understand it's not about art. It's about cultural dialogue. It's about a movement, in a sense. To be able to respect these artists as any other profession. If you take art, because what we're doing right now, this is art. You take everything away, what else do we have? Even the Most High celebrates in the form of art. Life out there.
It's art.
Man.
Nature.
Come on. So that's the biggest message that I want for the people to take away. Even though you had mentioned earlier perception, people are going to have their own perception on things. But if I can at least put that out there for them, whatever they want to take away, that's for them. Because there may be different areas throughout that may resonate with them. And I don't want to be in control of that. I want it to be a sense of freedom, like what Spike Lee did for me, what John Singleton did for me. Spoke on these social issues and challenged them. Brought reality into this form of art, because as it says, sometimes life imitates art.
Yeah.
So
on the contrary, art imitates life. It's like it's a dichotomy. Look at life and it's like, oh man, we imitate art.
Yeah.
When in reality, we're also the creators. And for you to be the director to say, I want people to get from it what they get from it. Although you have an idea in your head, that's in my opinion what makes the greatest directors, the greatest productions.
Thank you for saying that.
Are the ones who are not like, hey, this is what you need to get from it.
Yeah.
It's, hey, I hope that this does something for you.
Exactly.
Like through the words that I speak, in my opinions and me sharing my mind, my thought is always, I hope you get what you need from it. Whether you reject my premise, whether you accept my premise.
It's there for you.
I hope that you get what you need from it.
Yep.
And I don't even like to, think of the idea specifically in opinions of right or wrong, because an opinion is just an opinion.
Exactly.
Now, facts are facts. Truth, I believe, is not relative. It is.
It is. It is what it is.
And I don't even argue with people under that, because it's like, whatever is true is true. What's live will fall.
Yep.
And the truth will stand forever.
Yep.
So you believe what you want.
Yep. Man, I tell people all the time, man. I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm just a vessel.
Just a vessel.
I'm being used right now.
Yeah.
I'm thankful, because at the end of the day, when going back to the documentary, like, it's not my story. It's those three gentlemen's story. Then it's whoever they're inspiring. It's gonna be their story.
Yeah.
Just like what Spike once again did for me. He didn't know Chris and Wilborn was gonna be born in November 2nd, 1994. Ain't that old. But he knew that this was going to spark something. Like Tupac said, like, I may not be able to make the change, but I can spark the mind that does it. So, I mean, that's what it really kind of boils down to.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
That's everything I do too, because I'm like, man, I remember watching an interview with Tupac, and I said, he sparked me.
Yeah.
And he died before I was born.
Man.
But through his words and his actions, he helped spark my mind.
Come on.
And I always say, I might not change the world.
Yep.
I may not do it.
Yep.
But hopefully I can talk to one person.
That's all it takes.
And create that ripple effect that changes them, so when they go on with their life, they're changing the next person as well. Because that's what life is about. We're so closely connected, and we're so much stronger together than we are apart. And if we could only see that we're all on the same team, that we are all in the same earth, which I call our home.
Yeah.
And in our homes, we love the people that are in our homes. And if we could understand that the people in our homes need the love, we need each other to push each other to be, this world would be so much better. We're not against each other. And ultimately, most people want the same thing.
Yeah.
We want to be loved. We want to love. We want to provide.
Yeah.
We want to be seen. We want to be accepted. We want to be helped. We want to help. We want to be there for each other. We want people to see us. And until we accept that, our week is an opportunity for strength. Good luck.
Does it go back to wanting control?
Absolutely. And on that note, let me control these cameras when we start. Even just understanding that we need each other more than we like to admit it. And that, to your point, that idea of control, which comes from, I don't know, I think pride, arrogance, ego. We want to think that we're more important than we are. And I was having a conversation with someone last night. I said, not all arrogance is bad. Only because a lot of people don't think that they are worthy of being where they are. And that definition of arrogance is to have an exaggerated sense of one's own importance. So too many people have under-exaggeration, or I don't know what the opposite word of exaggeration is, but they don't even know how important they are. So I'm like, yeah, you need a little sense of arrogance.
Yeah.
Or what other people may just call confidence.
Yep. There we go. That's the other flip side of the coin.
That's it.
Promise you, man.
They may just call it confidence. What Kanye said, could have let the dream killers kill my self-esteem or use my arrogance as the steam to power my dream.
Once again, bars.
A lot of people ain't got that arrogance to use as a steam to power their dreams, so they letting the dream killers kill their self-esteem, and they barely have any in the first place. So good luck trying to do anything.
Now, for me at least, like my experience of that, a lot of people's dreams were so suppressed. To the point, I remember like even standing outside, you know, waiting on the bus when we were younger, and you know, someone just talking about their like future endeavors, what their aspirations are, and someone to the left and right clowning them.
Dream killer.
Man, straight joning them, man, to the point ripping them up.
Yeah, so then you don't dream anything worth dreaming.
Come on.
Because the dream killers already came through and killed your dreams. And unfortunately, they say the bullies most of the time have been bullied.
Yep.
So that dream killer most of the time already had their dreams killed.
Hurt people, hurt people.
Hurt people, hurt people.
Sad.
But on the contrary of that, heal people, heal people. So for you to be in the position of a storyteller,
yes, sir,
is your moral responsibility to show the healed people so they can heal people.
Come on.
Because it's too many hurt people out here making hurt, traumatic movies and hurting more people.
Yeah.
Because for people to even watch something and to relive their trauma on the screen, we don't see positive black forces in film or on TV.
We do not. We do not. Not at the rate that it needs to be.
Not at the rate that it needs. Not in the majority public eye.
There we go.
Most of what we see in the public eye, we don't see us as black men being strong.
No.
We don't see strong families working together to have a strong bond.
Man.
We don't see two parents raising their children.
So much power in it. Man.
And there's so much power in the stories that they tell us because through the stories that they tell us, that's exposure, right? And we only can do what we're exposed to. So most people are not doing better because they haven't even seen better. How many doctors do we see on the TVs that look like us?
Not at all.
Or lawyers who are not playing both sides of the field.
Right. Yeah. Come on. Because there's crickets right now.
You know what I mean? Because they'll show us in these positions of power sometimes on TV, but most of the time they two-sided.
Yep.
They gonna
one
show
foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah, they gonna show like, hey, this brother like this.
Yep.
He, you know.
Yep.
I didn't even watch the show Power, but everyone loved Power.
Oh yeah, Method Man. Or is it Method Man?
All of them. It was all corrupt.
Yeah, everybody.
So they show us in these positions to be corrupt.
Yeah.
But then they'll show us in the public eye being light and love and all this stuff. But then they show them behind the scenes. How many times we seen somebody just actually good?
Man, it's something that they don't want as a trend. And when I say they, we've became a part of they.
Yeah.
And don't even know, ignorant to the fact.
Exactly. Because Kanye had in another interview, and I know how folks feel about him, but that brother be spending some.
Man, come on, straight game.
He had in another interview, he's like, what culture? When they told him he turned his back on the culture. He's like, what culture? Y'all saying I'll turn my back on the culture, but we don't even control our narrative. Man. We don't even control our culture.
They pushing it.
We don't even own the stuff that we think we own.
Yeah.
We don't even own our masters.
Yep. Man, the stuff that's real.
The stuff that actually plays an effect on how we live our day-to-day life. And we need to take back control of the narrative and promote the positive and kill the negative.
Yep.
But just because the positive ain't sexy, it don't look good, it ain't funny, it don't make you laugh, it don't make you want to cry, it don't want to. We don't want to promote the positive.
Right.
But the negative, it look good. It's funny. Ha ha ha! Look at them laughing at each other.
It's easy because when you create something that's going to challenge the status quo, that's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah,
because you have to look within yourself and you have to see, what am I contributing to? Am I contributing to the madness? Am I really being a positive force within this? So, like, even because I'm a writer, director too, a producer, but with this piece, with Moving with the Spirit, it's a documentary piece. But even within that, I'm making sure that I'm understanding, what am I going to contribute? What type of impact am I going to make? Is this going to be something that's going to stand the test of time, where they'll be able to do case studies on this? I mean, that's to even integrate in gang culture into the documentary, the Harrison Center, et cetera, et cetera. We're getting different perspectives of what's needed. What things are we lacking of? How can we all help each other in a sense? Community. Even this, being able to talk, simple, to conversate, to find solutions, and to even go back, how had the opportunity my senior year at West Kentucky University. I was in their film program, graduated from their film program. And my professor, I had wrote down something, and he was going through the class to see what we wrote. And he really didn't even pay attention to everyone else because he was focused on what he wanted to do up front because he was also writer-director. And but he came to my desk, and he was like, Chris, that's bullshit. Come to my office, man. I'm like, damn, it's a wrap. This is my freshman year, so I'm trying to make sure I skate through without being seen or unnoticed in a way. And that was a problem. He allowed me to know when I came into the office, I'm not being me. I'm not telling my truth, not telling my story, not telling the people what I see. And he was like, man, be authentic. Be you. You have a voice. Use it. And since then, I had wrote and directed a short film from my senior cap, and it was called Willing to Lose Love. And I had the opportunity to even, bless you, brother, I had the opportunity to even like create whatever I wanted to, you know, kind of follow behind with Menace to Society, you know, the easy, just because I lived that stuff too. Just being in that environment, I know what it looks like, I know what it feels like, I know what it smells like, you know. But I'm like, no, let me challenge, because when my nephews, my niece, my cousins, Lord willing, my children, when I have them, they'll be able to see that I wasn't going for the stereotypical thing. And with that story, it kind of talks about, once again, communication. This man, Harper Smith, he was dealing with stage 3 lung cancer and did not want to put the burden on his fiance because she was also dealing with her father's death. But he did not know how to communicate, to be honest with her. Now she's dealing with 2 burdens, her father's death, now her fiance's death. But as he was trying to explain to her, she was kind of brushing him off. And that's another thing in the community where some people may be vulnerable and we don't know how to receive that vulnerability. And we end up pushing that person off. And actually that person was already going off the cliff. And you just kind of helped them by the shove. So when it comes to just storytelling and making sure that I play my part versus, once again, it being about me, but me contributing to something that's bigger than me and making sure that I'm speaking to a certain entity of people, whoever that may be. There's no color, there's no race, there's no age, there's no gender. That it's going to resonate. It's going to do something for you. Of course, I want to entertain, but ultimately, I want to be able to help you deal with certain emotions. And once again, I can't control that. I just want to be the tool that can do.
Right. The fruit that you produce is not for you, but it's for the ones who are able to get it. So our job is to produce the fruit. We present the fruit. The gifts that we have are not for us, but they're to give, because that's what makes it a gift. And too often do we hold on to our talents and our treasures, and we'll bury them like that man did. And I think it was Matthew, when he buried his talents after the king gave it to him. And he said, oh, you just going to bury yours, huh? Yeah. You're not even going to try to make it grow? Give it to me. Let me give it to the ones who are willing to take the risk with the talents and the treasures to make their talents and treasures grow. So it's like the talents and the treasures that you have that transition and turn into the gifts for the people are important to give. Otherwise, it's not a gift or a talent or a treasure. And the king can take it away and give it to somebody else.
Like that.
And then you're left with nothing.
I pray every day I don't be that person.
No, because you're doing it now, within this moment, within this experience, within all that you're producing already.
Thank you.
You're not the person who is burying the talent.
Thank you.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have met and wouldn't come to connection with each other.
Yes,
because you were able to transcend and to promote your talents and to give a gift to me and to the rest of the world.
Gratitude.
Now I know who you are.
Yes, sir.
Because you were able to use those talents and let people experience your treasures.
Thank you.
And give the fruit for the people to eat. So I thank you for doing that.
Thank you, man.
And if you're praying for that every day, I'm here to tell you it's working.
Thankful.
It's working. The people are seeing it. And even if the people are not saying it, they seeing it.
Man, I have to remind myself of that too.
Because I struggle with that often.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the point?
Yep.
These people don't care. These folks don't care about this.
Putting all these
I'm
shots
trying to tell you all this. Every day I'm going through all these edits. And that's gonna take time.
Man, in the small, minute details.
The small, minute details.
They don't even know.
Don't even know. I should have cut this out, but I kept this in. I should have did this. And we be like, man, one will overthink the effect that it's playing, but then we're undervalue the effect that it's giving.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't underestimate the value that is being given from the gift that you have given. Because the ones who get it will get it, and the ones who don't, it ain't for them. Some people are allergic to bananas, right?
Yep.
But the bananas still get produced.
Yeah. Yep. But it's for somebody.
I remember riding. I tell people this story all the time. My dad's one of the most impactful people ever in my life.
I could tell that, brother.
But I remember riding in the car with him as a kid, and this is one particular time we were listening to some music on the radio, whatever, and he was just cycling through, and he's like, all these songs that I don't like, but they're still on the radio. I was like, you just be running your mouth. But then it hit me, and he further explained it a little bit. He's like, just because somebody doesn't like it doesn't mean that somebody does.
Yeah, it's for somebody out there.
Somebody out there likes it. Somebody out there needs it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, well, maybe this is just not their song if they don't like it.
Right.
But it's somebody's.
Yeah.
And our job is to be there for the ones who desire the fruit that we produce.
Indeed.
A bush don't stop making strawberries because somebody is allergic to blueberries.
They gonna keep producing them things, man.
Yeah.
It's for somebody out there. And I mean, like how you just mentioned, like your father is very impactful in your life. Mine is too. And just being able to see him navigate life with really no form of guidance outside his mother. And of course, like, you know, some elders. But his form of sacrifice to allow me to know and to be vulnerable and to know the certain emotions just as a man of what he deals with, and just to allow me to know that there's a place for me. Because as your father just was skipping through the songs, I don't know why these songs still on the radio. They're for somebody though. And as my father always kind of preaches to me and instilled into me, like, you have a lane. And within that lane, whatever you're looking to produce as well, there's some people that's going to be able to digest, that's going to be able to not only digest, but to regurgitate what you just allowed them to experience. And so it goes back to like what you mentioned earlier, like we're connected.
Yeah.
We're connected in all in some type of sentiment, in some type of way. And knowing that you're dealing with something that I may be currently dealing with as well, but you may have the opportunity to overcome. I may not, but that doesn't create me being weak.
Yeah.
That creates an opportunity for me to grow.
Absolutely. And that it also doesn't create me being stronger or me being all the way healed, because healing is a journey. I read in this book before, I told you I don't like to read that much, but give me some little pieces here and there.
Come on, you got to get it from everywhere.
And it said, so are you saying that you have healed yourself first before you're telling me what it is that I need to do? And he said, no, I'm saying we're in the same hospital ward dealing with issues that we're both going through, and I'm sharing my perspective of something that may help.
It's up for you to take.
So it's like, no, I'm not all the way healed, and I don't know everything. Contrary to popular belief, Tirus does not know everything.
But that's a strength. That's a strength right there. Some people don't even like to admit to that.
Yeah.
Because they'll feel like a person would think they don't know nothing then.
And that's not true.
Come on.
Because a fool is the predecessor of the master. Because in order for you to become the master, you have to first admit that you're a fool. And then you have to seek guidance. And you have to go to somebody and admit that you do not know so you can learn. Now, if you don't admit that you don't know, and you go assuming that you know something already, you're going to miss all the knowledge that you are meant to acquire. And I've dealt with that just like in a training position at work or whatever. You'll get some people come in and be like, oh, I already know what I'm doing. And they start trying to do everything as they think that they know. And they end up being horrible. Because they thought they knew what they was doing. Whereas you get somebody who accepts that, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you show me? And then you show them how to do it, and they do it the proper way. It's night and day, the difference. It's like, see, look, you thought you knew everything that you was doing. This person admitted that they didn't know.
Missed out on the opportunity.
And missed out on the opportunity. So now, on their journey, they're essentially cooked. They acted like they knew everything.
Man, I take that mindset when I do any and everything. But I take that especially when I go into, like, the film productions. I can be the person that I am a director, but I don't have no problem even being a PA in that moment. And don't get me wrong, there's a role for everyone, or a position that's dedicated for everyone in order for this to work together and be successful. But taking the ego out and knowing that this is time for me to learn, to grow, to develop my craft and challenge myself. But if I come in here like, no, you know what? I know how to do this. I done missed out. Even when it comes to directing, I still ask other people that's in my crew that's not a director, what do you think about this?
There's so much power in changing perspective.
Come on, man.
Maybe, just maybe, somebody knows something that you don't know. And they can add to the knowledge that you already have. Now, if you have thought that you have capped yourself of the knowledge that you're able to acquire, you will no longer gain any more knowledge. Meaning you are as smart as you are going to be right now.
Man.
And that's an unfortunate place to be in. Because the wise person knows that he knows nothing at all, because the more you know, the less you know, or the more you have an opportunity to learn more.
So you always a student, even when you become a master.
That's it.
It's like a revolving door.
That's it.
Man. And I would say, and shout out to everyone that was a part of my crew for moving with the spirit, because they poured so much into me. It was a passion project, to the point, of course, I put up my own money, but we were able to gather everyone together based off of just being able to see the vision, being able to see themselves in this, and how it aligns with what they want when it comes to what they see in the city of Indianapolis, or even on a broader scale. And how everyone was able to, even them, they were able to humble themselves to someone that may be in a position that's like by under rank than them. They opened up what do you think about this? And that's why I was just like, man, certain things don't happen. It's not a coincidence. I literally named this called Moving with the Spirit. And that's what has happened.
That's what drove you through the whole
everything. And so this is my second production of this documentary. First production, I met these gentlemen during, well, not my first time, but the collective of how the documentary kicked off and started was during the NBA All-Star last year in February. I met Johnson Simon because he pulled me to the side. And now I'll talk to them all individually. But this was my first time seeing them collectively. And they all, like, gravitated to each other. And the things that they were talking about individually, when it was with me, they were talking collectively when I walked up on them. And Johnson Simon pulled me to the side, and he was like, man, I want you to see my art. I went over there to check this art out. I'm like, man, because I never seen it before. And Johnson Simon has cerebral palsy, so it messes with his movements.
Yeah, his motor.
Yeah, and but his art is so beautiful,
Really?
Blows it away, and you see the movement in his art. And Johnson was like, God doesn't make mistakes. Do you believe that? I'm like, I do. I don't know if I said it too quick, but Johnson was like, no, I don't think you're getting me. I'm like, brother, how you go? Come on, I know where my faith lie. And he was like, no, people look at me and they see the limitations that I have and they feel sorry for me. He said, but you're looking at me right now and I'm telling you, God does not make no mistakes. I'm a testament to it. He was like, man, I continue to keep moving with the Spirit. And so, moving by the Spirit. And he actually has a piece that he created before I even met him. And he didn't tell me this until after I pitched the idea for the documentary to him. Because I woke up, all that transpired that Saturday. I woke up Sunday and I looked in the mirror and it's like I just kept hearing this, moving with the Spirit, moving with the Spirit. And I kept seeing these three gentlemen. I reached out to them through Instagram, and the rest has been history. And to the point of why I'm even telling the backstory of what I had to endure with Moving with the Spirit is because we filmed for a whole year. So imagine all that file. Man, I almost had close to a 14 terabyte drive, almost filled up. Tell me why everything crashes. I lose it all. As you sitting right there, you know, some people are different when pain or trials and tribulations come. I internalized it. As you put your head down, you were just like this. That's what I did.
I already know, because that's how I am.
It's just like, what, and I'm not even thinking about me. I'm thinking about everybody that just poured into this. All the time, the effort, the skill set, the times that they could have went to make some money. I just lost all this. And I'm a man with strong belief and faith. And when I sat with myself and I internalized it, I started to feel some type of calmness over me. In actuality, I thought it was going to be rage. It was like a pit feeling in my stomach. And something, once again, it was like hearing a voice like, no, get up. And I got up and I just thought about, like, you know what? The job is not finished. You're not about to allow this. This is the halftime. Look like you losing. No, get back in the game. Get the team together. Get back in the game. And when I reached out to everyone, I was thinking that everyone would be like, no. Big dummy, you just lost all. No. And everyone poured right back into it. It's like we never lost the game, and we didn't. And a whole nother year of recording right now, and we're pretty much about 70% done with production. And man, it's just been a beautiful journey. Not only am I helping be a vehicle for these gentlemen be able to tell their story about moving with the spirit, about being resilient, about dealing with barriers in situations where it looks like there's no way out of it. I end up enduring this.
Right.
You just had mentioned that life imitates art, right? That's what happened to me. I'm trying to create an art piece. I end up becoming I'm exemplifying it. I'm the testimonial for it outside of these gentlemen. And now it's to the point, not only am I able to push this story, but I'm able to talk about mine, the journey of allowing people to know that you had mentioned earlier, consistency. Consistency doesn't look like this. You had mentioned that it looks like hills and valleys, because it is. And even that time where I lost my footage, that was me still being consistent.
Yeah.
I just had to overcome that situation. So it's been a hell of a journey, but just being able to push forward and understand that you have to allow your light to shine even in those challenging and dark moments. So,
one, I want to acknowledge and appreciate the resilience.
Thank you.
That came in that time, because that's tough. That's tough.
Don't get me wrong, I'll cry.
I'm sure.
I had to let it go.
Yeah, because I mean, it's happened to me, not on that scale. Yeah. But I've lost footage of stuff that I've been working on, and all I could do is shut my computer, take a deep breath, text the person.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. It's gone.
That's like a cut in the heart, man.
But what I've learned is people are forgiving. The right ones are. Grace is free after you admit your failures. After we admit that we have messed up, that we have failed. And if we do it the right way, if we don't try to go around it and try to, you know, people be trying to slight stuff, try to make it make sense. If you go straight up, they say take your burdens to God and leave them there. If you take your mess ups to the person and say, hey, this is what I did, I genuinely and sincerely apologize. I've learned 9 times out of 10, they will say, oh, I understand.
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
Yep. That's it.
What can we do next? Because what is grace? I always tell people grace is the opportunity after failure. Considering failure is inevitable, grace is there to accept it if you want to accept it.
Man, I totally agree. Grace is a form of a solution in order for us to be able to persevere and continue to elevate, evolve. But when we don't have that, we see what's kind of going on now. I mean, not to get too much into politics, but like certain people within that system is not allowing each other to have that grace.
Right.
Not giving them the room. And we see the conflict, and it's instead of upgrading, we're degrading each other, our experiences, I mean, bro.
It's unfortunate because, again, we all want the same things. We want a life of peace. And unfortunately, some people think in order to get peace, you have to go through chaos first. When in reality, peace doesn't have to come through chaos. Or maybe it does. But in my head, I'm telling myself, peace doesn't have to go through chaos.
Yeah.
And that's a trauma response from what we've been through.
Yep.
But in reality, peace comes from understanding. It comes from having a conversation and saying, this is what I want, this is what you want. Let's try to come to a common understanding and get just that.
Right.
And until we learn how to do that, we will always have chaos.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary.
And that's with these moments, that's why I tend to lean on the community.
Yeah.
Even with to go back to the documentary, Moving with the Spirit, how we're actually opening it up to allow the community to help us finish the documentary, and not to put it in the way of like funding, but to be a form of an investor, in a sense, not investing financially, but investing in a way of collaboration. Just because we understand that within what we want to do within the art realm, it takes the community members to support us, to help us even get to this place. And as they're pouring into us, we have to make sure that we're pouring back into them. And that's why even with when you follow these three men on their journey, you're able to see how they're pouring into the community. At times, they're not even asking for any money. Majority, all of them are teachers as well. So even when it comes to that, they're giving back in a sense. And so with what I'm doing with the documentary, with what these gentlemen are doing within the documentary, it all aligns, and it goes back to if art was taken away, what is life? And I want to make sure that the community truly knows that without, it's like the yin and yang. We couldn't have the community without the art. We couldn't have the art without the community. And so that's why we're opening it up to allow the community to be able to support not these three artists, but just a bigger theme and idea, and something that most filmmakers usually don't do in this fashion, because they usually try to do just fundraising, and it's bigger than money. Evidently, because if that was the case, I wouldn't got to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Because solely it's all been a passion project. It's been to the point community members opened up the door for us to even do this.
Which is beautiful.
So we just want to make sure we continue to keep allowing them to know there's more to it, in a sense.
I always say I wish money didn't exist so we can focus on the things that truly matter.
Yep.
Life should be just one big passion project.
Yep. Come on.
But unfortunately, money is here.
Yeah, and we got
has a lot of control.
Yep.
This was a beautiful episode.
Thank you, brother.
Beautiful episode.
Thank you.
I didn't even get into the intros.
And it's all good because we got straight into it.
We got straight into it. I didn't even say take me to the lowest point of your life. Let's talk about how you overcame it. Yeah. But we naturally just had a great conversation. Yeah. And sometimes in life, we let things be so planned that we miss the beauty of letting the spirit move.
I was at the Indiana Youth Film Festival. Shout out to Deanna Weatherly.
I went there Friday night. I couldn't make it yesterday.
Yep. And I took my nephew to a creative workshop. And it was so dope because that's exactly what we've learned. When it all boiled down, it was to the point allowing your ego to go, allowing certain planned expectations, or you trying to be strategic or strategize. just allow it to flow. And look what just happened. Everything that you were probably wanting to talk about, we naturally did it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a place where I'm at of overcoming.
Yeah.
Because I try to plan things.
And Kanye said that in another interview. He said we be strategizing too much.
Yeah.
And we do be strategizing too much.
Yep.
And we need to just start doing and work with what we got while we're doing it. So yeah, we gotta stop strategizing so much.
Yep.
Chris, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
I appreciate everything that you're doing.
And vice
for
versa.
the community, for sharing your gifts, for sharing your talents and your treasures,
Thank
for
you.
blessing the people, for letting people see themselves, for accepting the moral responsibility of art, of understanding the power that you have as an artist, not to try to exploit people, but to try to expose people to see them more than they can currently see. That's a powerful position to assume because you're working with the minds of people behind the scenes, in the scenes, outside the scenes, after the scenes. And I appreciate you for being you.
Thank you, man. I'm honored to be here, allowing me to be vocal, to be honest, to be vulnerable. And this platform, within this short period of time, is giving me tools to even grow. And yes, I may have to sit with it and allow it to resonate. But for what is here, what is now, I'm thankful.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
This was another episode of the Journey Up podcast. I thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Tirus Duncan, and I'll catch you next time.